back to Daytime. With us now is David Ankor, who's the co-founder of MakeAChamp.com. He's also an elite judo athlete, and this is a fundraising tool. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me.
Wonderful to have you, and what a great idea. Tell us about what it is.
So, MakeAChamp.com, it's a fundraising platform for all athletes. You don't have to be elite. You can have a team, and you go on it, you create a profile. It's really easy. Log in with Facebook, and you can start fundraising. It's a certain amount of money that you're trying to fundraise for a certain goal in a certain amount of time, and you're going to see money coming in from all sorts of places.
Yeah, well, it's a great platform, and we've had Sarah Wells, who's an Olympian. We had Mark Keese, who was an Olympian. And the one conversation I always have with them is the fact that the Canadian government does not support our athletes the way the Chinese do or the Americans do. It's a huge disadvantage. For you, competing as an elite judo athlete, what have you noticed in terms of being able to support yourself and focus on your sport?
It's really, really tough. We've had a lot of different types of fundraisers. You know, car washes, those take a lot of time out of your day, and you're training twice a day. You don't want to be doing that. You don't want to be walking around selling cookies. And this is why we came up with Make a Champ, is everything is online. It's really easy. And nobody has time to fundraise. Everybody has time for Facebook, and that kind of gives them that opportunity. You're on Facebook, might as well, you know, fundraise on there and make a champ. You share your link, and yeah, it's really easy. Saves you a lot of time.
Tell me the story behind you and the co-founder, because you're both athletes, and you decided this is enough. We need to find a way to raise funds, because like you talked about, the nutrition that you need to perform as an athlete is so important, and it costs a lot of money. How did you get this started between the two of you?
Actually, it's not just the nutrition, it's everything. The training expenses. I went to Morocco in 2010 to represent Canada at the Junior World Championships. I was in Japan, I was training there, and I come back and it's a $5,000 bill that I have to cover. And my only support is my parents. And my parents actually said, you know what, David, you gotta find a different way now. And I sat down with my business partner. I'm like, hey, can you build me a website? And we started working on something that not just I can use, a lot of athletes can use. And we started working on this, and we started noticing more and more athletes of all levels actually need it. And we had, you know, the 2012 Olympics, and stories started coming out of these, you know, high-end Olympic athletes getting gold medals, and they don't have money. You know, their parents are going broke trying to get them to Olympics. They say it's a six-figure job, you know.
It absolutely is. And we need to put more pride in our athletes, because the only people we focus on are the hockey players, and we don't need to worry about their money. They got enough. So for you, when you sort of face that $5,000 bill, does it force you to want to continue, or does it almost discourage you to the point where you're thinking, I have to do something different now?
It's not even the discouragement. You know, you can have as much motivation as you possibly can. It's literally stopping you. You cannot, you come to, and every athlete will face this. They come to a certain point where it's either they quit, you know, or they have to get a job and, you know, find a different way. And I think as much as experience we had with Make a Champ, it's been going for 6 months. We had 90 athletes on there. We have 3 successful campaigns, and it's helping them out.
I want you to share the story that you told me earlier about you needed $500 and you reached out, and tell me about that.
So it's actually an amazing story. $500. I was fundraising to cover expenses while I was training, and my friends, family from everywhere, from my high school here in Richmond Green Secondary School, my elementary school, Richmond Rose, came out and supported me. It was absolutely incredible, is the fact that a whole community was behind me, and as an athlete you often feel that you're the only one who's carrying this goal on your back, and there's nobody to support you except your parents. And here I had, you know, 30 people giving me $5, $10, and it all accumulated to $1,200, which is like more than doubled my original goal. And I was, you know what, I was able to focus on my judo. I was able to train twice a day without getting a job. I was able to get the more expensive chicken, you know.
The good chicken.
The good chicken. Everybody needs a good chicken, right?
Not the cat chicken.
No.
Okay, so talk to me about being a judo athlete, though, because, I mean, you were in a competition. How many fractures did you have when you were competing?
Yeah, a lot, countless. I had the Quebec Open, which is one of the biggest tournaments in Canada here. It's international, and training to that, I had 4 fractures. And
nobody thinks about that. When an athlete gets injured, there's physio involved.
Yeah.
There's a lot of expenses involved with healing and getting healthy again.
Exactly,
right?
Exactly. It's huge, and you know, athletes need so much recognition and respect, and I find that that's lacking in the community, especially here in Canada. We don't see the hard work that they're putting, the sacrifices of time, and putting their body on the line. That's the biggest part. You know, when I had my a surgery on my ACL and my meniscus, like that was a year of recovery, and this is something that I'm going to be struggling with for the rest of my life. And I'm training with a national team, and there are guys out there that had 4 surgeries on their knees.
Wow.
This is them competing for Canada.
Yeah.
And they have to, on the side, cut grass to support their career.
Well, we saw what happens when you support athletes. Like in the 2012 games, we had some great judo results. For more information and how you can support people like David, go to makeachamp.com. We'll be right back with more Daytime. Don't go anywhere.